Todd Miller Productions, bringing in tonight's game. Spanish Springs Cougars, and it started a few minutes early. Cougars taking on the T in Truckee, North Tahoe. Cougars are sitting at 4-0 right now. Truckee, North Tahoe is sitting at 3-1, so this should be a pretty dang good game. And for our enjoyment tonight, Spanish Springs fixed their scoreboard. Makes it a little easier on me, and plus we can have a clock. Sets him up and goes just inside. Ball's going to stay with the Cougars. Shoots high. I think it was deflected a little bit by the TNT goalie. Actually got a decent night tonight. The weather's kind of cleared up. Still a bit chilly, but not rainy or windy. Plus, I'm inside. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. It's been a rather blustery, cold week, especially filming at places like Galena or out in Fallon where there's just no protection. Spanish Springs trying to set something up to get the first goal. Thought about it, passes it back out. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. They're going to be fighting for it in the middle. Ball stays with the Cougars. Working his way in for a shot. Come up to the crease. Sets up. Shoots in. Ball's lost. Ooh, let's see that. Nope. They're going to say that he was in the crease, so it didn't count. Nice shot. Nice try, though. Gets pushed out. Ball goes over to the Cougars. Working his way up to the top crease, shoots, and saved by the goalie of TNT. I don't have a roster for TNT tonight, so I'm just going to hold off on names on both sides just to kind of keep it even. TNT brings it up to midfield, crosses midfield. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Cougars, crosses midfield. Shoots and scores. Let's see that again. Shoots and scores. Let's see that again. He shot from a good 15 yards out. Comes the face-off. TNT comes away with possession, passes it upfield. TNT's working its way up towards the crease, shoots, and that goes just a bit outside. It looks like it's going to go over to the Cougars. Cougar ball, passes it up. Comes back out to the top. Coach trying to get them to settle down and pace it out a little bit. Ball goes out. Going to go over to TNT. Comes back out to the top. Tries to look for a shot. It's not there, so he backs out. Gonna spread everybody out a little bit. Comes over to the side. Ball's loose. Cougars kick it, and they kick it out of bounds. So that's going to stay with Truckee. Shoots, and deflected by the goalie. Ball's rolling out. Truckee picks it back up. Excuse me, TNT. Comes in for a fast shot, and deflected by the goalie again to the left side. TNT's getting something set up. They're about 15 yards out. Comes on up to the crease, backs out a little bit. Thinks about getting wound up, shoots it to the backside. Works his way around the crease. Loses his footing a little bit. We got sticks everywhere. Ball's loose. Cougars pick it up. Ball gets knocked loose by TNT, but recovered by the Cougars. Cougars bring it across midfield. Pass it, shoots, and off the goalie. Tries to get the rebound, but doesn't. TNT picks it up, gets knocked out by the Cougars. Cougars pick it up. Going to run to the backside, let everybody get reset. Comes around the crease, shoots, and that looked like it bounced just inside. Ball goes out, stays with goes to TNT. Ball's picked up by the Cougars. Oh, mishandled, and it goes out. It's going to be TNT ball. 4:27 left. Trying to get a path there. Comes up to midfield. Goes cross midfield. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. With that, I'm going to take a timeout, and I'll be right back. right, we're back, everybody. TNT ball. TNT's working out to the backside. TNT comes up to the top, passes it off. Bad pass, ball's loose. It's going to be picked up by the Cougars. Cougars cross midfield with it. Pass it off. Could be a little one-on-one action. Gets tipped. Ball's close to the crease. It's loose now. Cougars clear it to the top. Cougars come to the top. The crease shoots in. It goes just a bit outside. Shot was by number 14 of the Cougars. Picked up by the Cougars. Number 14 shoots again, and this time it goes in. Let's see this. Let's see that again. Picked up by the Cougars. Number 14 shoots again, and this time it goes in. Let's see this. Let's see that again. So we're sitting at 2-0 right now. Spanish Springs Cougars over Truckee, North Tahoe. As I said before, Cougars come in at 4-0. TNT comes in at 3-1. So this is going to be a battle tonight. Excuse me. Truckee wins, they take a piece of first place. Cougars win, they're going to open up their lead even more. Comes into the crease. Runs into some heavy crap, shoots, and oh my, what a score. Let's see that again. Their lead even more. Comes into the crease, runs into some heavy crap, shoots, and oh my, what a score. Spanish Springs comes away with possession. Comes out to the top, ball's loose. It's going to go over to TNT, it looks like. Oh, gets whacked from the side. Ball comes out, picks it back up. Passes it off. Ball, excuse me, is loose. Picked up by the Cougars. Got a penalty on 13. That's going to put TNT a man up for a little bit. Passes it to the outside. Trying to get something set up here. TNT just continue to work on the outside. They're thinking about the long shot. Sets him up, shoots and scores. Number 37. Let's see that again. Sets him up, shoots and scores. Number 37. Let's see that again. Possession Spanish Springs, passes it off, sets him up one-on-one, really close shot, and deflected by the goalie, and that was just one-on-one. He was right there. Comes in, loses the ball at the top of the crease. Ball is still loose. Picked up by TNT. TNT gets it across field. Comes up, sets him up. Oh, could not handle. The ball's going to go out. Looks like it's going to go over to the Cougars. Cougars clear it up. Start bringing it up to midfield. Cross midfield with the ball. Ball is loose. Picked up by TNT, comes across midfield. And at the end of one, 3-1, Spanish Springs over TNT. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Trying to work out some technical difficulties, so. Sorry about the silence. I am trying to fix things here. TNT sets themselves up, top of the crease, shoots, and scores number 13. Let's see that again. Sorry about the silence. I am trying to fix things here. TNT sets themselves up, top of the crease, shoots, and scores number 13. Okay, we're tied up. Oh, no, we're not. 3-2. Smack screen. So hopefully we're going to get this on there. I apologize. Ball's loose from the face-off. Possession's Cougars. Come across midfield with it. Cougars trying to come to the top, hitting some traffic. Top of the crease, comes up, tries to shoot, and oh, goes in off the rebound. Let's see that again. Top of the crease, comes up, tries to shoot, and oh, goes in off the rebound. Let's see that again. Go with the face-off. Possession Cougars. Sets him up, comes up to the top of the crease, shoots, and bounces it in. Let's see that again. Sets him up, comes up to the top of the crease, shoots, and bounces it in. Let's see that again. All right, here we go. Face off again. Cougars up 5-2. Possession Cougars. Cougars just slowing it down, taking their time. They got a 3-point lead to cushion to work with, so. Cougars trying to get something set up. Comes up to the top of the crease to some traffic, spins around. Ball gets knocked loose. It's going to roll out, and it's going to go to TNT. TNT comes out with it, coming up to midfield. Comes around from the backside. Ball gets knocked out by Cougar. Loose. Picked up by TNT. TNT's making a little shift change there. Brings in some fresh legs. Who's going to charge straight in, and nice save by the goalie. Goalie clears it up to midfield. Picked up by TNT, who's going to just come charging right back with it. Ball gets knocked loose. Tries to pass it off, gets hit while it does, but they're able to recover. Come over to the backside. Tries to set him up. Ball pass was a little low and could not handle it. Goalie's able to take over the ball. Clears it up to midfield. Ball's up in the air. Picked up by the Cougars. Cougars come charging up to the crease. Shoots. Oh, sets him up, shoots, and scores. Wow, beautiful shot. Let's see that again. Picked up by the Cougars. Cougars come charging up to the crease. Shoots. Oh, sets him up, shoots, and scores. Wow, beautiful shot. Let's see that again. For those of you joining us, I am sorry about the first quarter. I had some streaming issues, and I had to restart it with a different address and stuff. But we're going strong now. What I will do later, I will put up the whole game in place of this one later on. .6:32 left in the first half. 6-2 Cougars over TNT. Like I said, this is a big game. Cougars are sitting at 4-0. TNT sitting at 3-1. So TNT fighting for a share of first place here. Cougars fighting to keep it. Ball's loose, picked up by TNT. Toss it off to the goalie. Little TNT comes up the edge with it, crosses midfield. TNT trying to get people in position here. Go over to the backside. Work it back up around the crease. Wide around the crease. Ooh, thought about shooting from far out, decides to pass it off. Working it closer to the crease, trying to get somebody in the inside. Comes around from top, shoots and scores from about 10 yards out. Let's see that again. Number 4. Comes around from top, shoots and scores from about 10 yards out. Let's see that again. Beautiful shot by number 4 of TNT to make it 6-3. Spanish Springs is taking a timeout with that, so I'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Todd Miller Productions and High Sierra Lacrosse bringing you tonight's game. Spanish Springs Cougars and Truckee North Tahoe. Like I said, both teams up on top of the standings. Expecting a good one tonight, and so far it has been 6-3. Cougars over TNT. Possession Cougars. Gets knocked loose. Oh, a little hard hit there. Going to be a slash. Excuse me. On number 39 of TNT. That's going to put the Cougars a man up for a minute. Sets him up from outside, and ball gets deflected before it gets to the goalie. Cougars retain the ball. Shoots from way out. Oh, man. About 20 yards out. Let's see that again. Cougars retain the ball. Shoots from way out. Oh, man. That was from way downtown. He just wound up and let it rip. Upper corner of the net. Good for another point for the Cougars. Puts them up 7-3. Possession. Cougars are going to come flying up the field. Thought about making a quick shot. Does, and it goes just to the outside. It's going to stay with the Cougars. Shoot. Oh, nice setup. Quick shot. Let's see, number 5. It's going to stay with the Cougars. Shoot. Oh, nice setup. Quick shot. With that, Cougars are going up to an 8-3 lead. TNT takes a timeout. I'll be right back, folks. All right, welcome back, everybody. Spanish Springs Cougars taking on Truckee North Tahoe, and right now the Cougars have a pretty commanding lead at 8-3. As I said before, this was a matchup. Cougars 4-0 right now in the season, and TNT 3-1. Figured this was going to be a battle tonight, but right now Cougars are showing why they're at 4-0. But we still got a long time to go. This is lacrosse. It changes pretty quick. Fighting for it. Possession Cougars. See if they're going to try another quick shot. And he does, and it scores again. Wow. Let's see that again. See if they're going to try another quick shot. And he does, and it scores again. Wow. Let's see that again. So that makes it 9-3 Cougars. I mean, the past, I would say, 3 goals off the Cougars have just been off very quick shots. Not even setting anything up, just running in and just letting her rip. And Truckee has not had an answer for that one yet. Well, see what they do this time, because I'm sure the Cougars will try it again. 3:38 left in the half. Here they come again. Let's see what he does. Thought about it this time, but decided to back out. Going to slow things down a little bit. Cougars bringing some fresh legs. Ball was loose for a second. Cougars recovered. Tosses it to the backside. Comes around close to the crease. Shoots from about 20 yards out. Deflected by the goalie to the outside. Stays with the Cougars. Spins around close to the crease. Gets hit. Ball's loose. Flag down. Looks like the call is going to be a cross check on number 39 of TNT with the cross check. That will put the Cougars a man up here for a little bit. Ooh, thought about it. Comes in the inside, shoots a little bit, and scores again. But let's see that. Ooh, thought about it. Comes in the inside, shoots a little bit, and scores. Number 27 of the Cougars does the fake, pulls it back in, goes in about 5 foot to the left, and just snaps it in the bottom left corner of the goal. Makes it 10-3 Cougars over TNT with just a little under 3 minutes left in this opening half. Possession Cougars. Cougars putting some fresh legs out there. Couple sets. Comes in, shoots, and saved by the goalie of TNT. Clears it out. TNT's working up across midfield. Couldn't handle that pass. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Cougars, who bring it back across midfield, and stolen by TNT, who's going to bring it back the other way. For those of you just joining us, I had some streaming issues for the first quarter. Apologize for that. Glad you found us. I will repost this whole game in its entirety later on tonight. And I'll just take this live one down and put the full one up. TNT trying to make something happen here. Brings up to the top of the crease. Trips. Is able to recover. Thought about shooting from way outside. Does it now, and saved by the goalie. TNT recovers the ball. Tries to do a little undershot. Another save by the goalie. This time passes it up towards midfield. Oh, close to stepping out of bounds, and they're going to call it. Not out, over. Sorry. TNT ball. Just under 20 seconds left in this opening half. See if TNT can pull something off here before the buzzer. 15. Oh, tried to pass it off. That did not work. And at the half, 10-3. Spanish Springs Cougars over Truckee, North Tahoe. So sit back, relax. We'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. Finishing up our halftime here. We're sitting at, this is Todd Miller Productions for High Sierra Lacrosse League. Tonight's game, sorry, I just ran up the stairs. Spanish Springs Cougars are taking on Truckee, North Tahoe. Cougars are up 10-3 right now. As I said before, Cougars are sitting at 4-0. Truckee at 3-1. Kind of a battle for the top. I was expecting a bit of a closer game, but is what it is. Cougars have dominated on the quick shot. Just able to, a couple right off the face-off, just able to make quick conversions and just hammer it right in. 3 or 4 of those. TNT really hasn't had an answer for those yet tonight. Just leave an open pass right up to the crease. Here we go, starting off the second half. Ball goes to the Cougars. Like that, right there. Score Cougars, let's see that again. Like that, right there. Score. Looked like number 14 of the Cougars with the goal. But see, like I said, there's your perfect example of how they've been scoring for most of this game. All their big scores have come up just like that. Face off, run up, and just toss it right in. TNT has not been able to defend it as of yet. Makes it 11-3 right at the beginning of the second half. Possession Cougars. This time they're going to slow it down a little bit. Number 14 out there directing his players around. No roster tonight. I didn't have a roster for both teams, so I didn't think it'd be fair to just say names for one side. But saves me from having to butcher any names too. Comes up to the crease, gets close, shoots, and scores. Number 18 with the bounce shot. Let's see that again. But saves me from having to butcher any names too. Comes up to the crease, gets close, shoots, and scores. Number 18 with the bounce. Nice little bounce shot right at the feet of the goalie. Inside corner of the net. Makes it 12-3 with 11:04 left in the third. Ball still loose. Possession Cougars. Bring it across midfield. Comes up, shoots, and that got deflected, so it went way high. It's going to stay with the Cougars. Goes up to the top. TNT takes over, crosses midfield with it. Sets him up. Thought about it for a second. Passes it out. Able to snag it right before it goes out of bounds. Comes around close to the crease. Backs back out. Passes it off to the top. Comes to the top, shoots, and it looks like it got deflected to the inside. It's going to stay with TNT. Shoots and scores. Number 14 of TNT. Let's see that again. Shoots and scores. Number 14 of TNT. Let's see that again. Just threads it between the goalie and the goal post on the lower left side of the net. Makes it 12-4 now. Spanish Springs over TNT. Possession Cougars. Cougars just hovering around the top side, gets knocked out, but they're able to pick it back up, runs into some traffic, sets his player up, shoots, and goes just to the inside. Stays with the Cougars. Comes up to the crease, sets him up, shoots, and that one goes just to the inside again. I don't know if that was deflected or what, because he was right there. TNT has the ball, gives it off to the goalie, who clears it up towards midfield. Couldn't handle pass, picked up by the Cougars, going to come in a little one-on, trying to slow him down, and gets tripped up. Oh, couldn't handle that. He was looking at the goal before he picked it up. Cougars settling down a little bit, get everybody reset. Passes it off. Sets him up and saved by the goalie. Crosses midfield. TNT's coming on. Thought about doing a long shot there. Ball's loose. Picked back up by TNT. Look like we're getting ready for a couple changes here. Number 14 for TNT comes on for a set of fresh legs. Comes up, makes a spin move, gets to crease, shoots, and saved by the goalie of the Cougars. Passes it up to midfield. Cougars go to the backside, bring it back out to the top. Comes into the top of the crease, shoots, and that goes just to the outside. Cougars getting set up again. Works his way in. He's going to take a shot, tries to pass it off. Ball is loose, picked up by TNT. Pass it up to midfield, loose ball. Ball rolls almost all the way to the back. Picked up by Cougars just at the line. Pass it off to the goalie, who's going to clear it out to midfield. Ball is loose again. Trying to get something set up. Oh, and we got a pile inside the... We got a handful of people inside the crease. The ball goes over to Truckee with that one. They cross midfield with it. Ball gets tipped by Spanish. I thought it was tipped by Spanish Springs, but They're going to give it to Spanish Springs. And they're going to give it back to Truckee, so maybe I was right. Comes up, works his way around the crease. Trying to get something set up, trying to get somebody inside. Oh, thought about it and the ball slipped out before he could pull the trigger. Picked up by the Cougars. Goalie has it, going to clear it across midfield. And sets him up, shoots and scores. Wow, beautiful shot and assist. Let's see that again. Goalie has it, going to clear it across midfield. And sets him up, shoots and scores. Wow. I believe that was number 13 with the beautiful shot and 27 with the assist. Nice quick transition and just bam, right into the goal. So it makes it 13-4. Cougars over TNT. As we get ready for another face-off. This is Todd Miller Productions, bringing you the High Sierra Lacrosse League. Spanish Springs taking on Truckee North Tahoe right now, and Spanish Springs just in a commanding role. They bring it back out, slow it down a little bit. Time is definitely on their side right now. There's no need to push it. Sets him up, shoots in. Oh, that was just above the top. Couldn't have been more than a couple inches above the top of the goal. I think he jumped up on that one. If he would have stayed on his feet, that thing would have been right in there. Oh, I didn't catch that. We had an unnecessary roughness call on number 12 of TNT. So that is going to put the Cougars a man up for right now. Ball goes loose over to the midfield line. Goes over to TNT. Tried to pass it off. Rolled out of his net. Just over 3 minutes left in the third. TNT trying to get something going here. TNT trying to find an avenue to get something in. Still a man down, so Spanish Springs just keeping everybody on the inside. Ball goes out. It's going to go over to the Cougars. Cougars bring it across midfield. Pass high. Shoots and saved by the goalie. TNT crosses midfield with it. There's a flag down. That was a shot to the head there on number 7 of the Cougars. So TNT essentially with a free play right now. Goes to the backside. Comes to the top of the crease, winds up, shoots, and goes saved by the goalie. With that, they're going to call the penalty. Penalties on number 7 of the Cougars. Slash. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty. That will put TNT a man up. Sets, trying to get something set up when they're a man up, see if they can score on this. Comes to the top of the crease, sets somebody up, shoots, and that goes just to the outside. It's going to stay with TNT. Now, I just noticed this, but Spanish Springs does not have much depth on their line. I don't know if that's just tonight or the whole thing. Sets up, shoots, and that one looked like it went off the goal post. TNT still a man up, trying to capitalize on it. This time it's saved by the goalie. Ball is loose. There's scrum going over by the goal. Still loose. Goalie picks it up. Ball's loose. It's going to go... And at the end of 3, 13-4, Spanish Springs Cougars over Truckee, North Tahoe. With that, we'll be right back, folks. All right, everybody, welcome back. Getting ready to start off the 4th and final quarter here. Spanish Springs Cougars up over Truckee, North Tahoe, 13-4. This is Todd Miller of Todd Miller Productions with the High Sierra Lacrosse League bringing you tonight's game. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we will, as soon as I get home, we will repost this game in its entirety, and we'll take this messed up one down. Here we go, starting the fourth. Cougars have completely dominated this game, especially with their quick breaks off the face-offs where they just come down and score. They have a handful of those, roughly 4 or 5. Gets pushed down, ball's on the edge, and flag down. Push by number 2 of TNT. Excuse me. That will put the Cougars a man up. Cougars getting something set up here. Oh, tries to do a quick little shot and bounces off the goalie. Ball is loose. Picked back up by the Cougars. Pass it to the, couldn't handle that pass, and he had a wide open lane. Cougars recover right before it crosses midfield. Thought about shot, thought about passing off. Now he's going to come work his way back in and shoots through some heavy traffic. Number 14 with another goal. Thought about shot, thought about passing off. Now he's going to come work his way back in and shoots through some heavy traffic. Number 14 with whipped himself around, let it go, and shot it in. That has to be his, I believe that's his 4th or 5th goal tonight. He is getting up there. So with 10:31 left in the 4th, it is 14-4. So I think with that, I think the matchup we're kind of looking forward to now is going to be seeing Spanish Springs meet up with Reno. Hopefully that game will be in a stadium like that where we can bring it live. See what we can do. Maybe we can pull some favors on that one. Cougars walk away. They come with a fast score, and that just bounced a little bit to the left. Didn't seem to come out with the power that he had intended. Gets knocked out, picked up by TNT. Or if Spanish Springs and Reno happen to play at Reno's field, I will do my best to bring that one live. We'll see what we can do to set that up. TNT comes in. I lost the ball. It's loose. There it is. Excuse me. Push on TNT. The ball goes over to the Cougars. Cougars working it around. And shoots from way downtown. And that was about 2 feet over the top of the goal. That was about a shot from about 15-20 out. Cougars get it back to get set up again. He thought about shooting low. Comes in, turns around, and deflected by the goalie. That's going to roll out. Ball goes over to TNT. Pass it up to midfield. Shoots, and that one came just about inside, it looked like. It's going to stay with TNT. Just under 8 minutes left in this matchup. Comes around the top, tries to come around the top. The creeps, passes off, had a man, could not handle it. Gets turned over to the Cougars. Cougars cross midfield with the ball. Comes up, dishes it off, sets him up, shoots and scores. Number 13, let's see that again. Ball. Comes up, dishes it off, sets him up, shoots and scores. Number 13, let's. Beautiful setup by number 25. Assist by number 25 to 13 of the Cougars, who was right there and just popped it right in. Makes it 15-4. Got a running clock now. Under 7 minutes to go. Face off won by the Cougars, who comes up full force. Flag down. Believe it was probably for a slash. I heard it hit the helmet. Oh, almost had it. With that, we're going to have the penalty call. Going to be number 39. He has been the leader with penalty calls tonight. I believe this is his third time in the box. So that will put the Cougars or man up with 5:49 to go. Ball goes over to TNT. Oh. Had a little match twister going on there for a second. Going to be a penalty on number 18 of the Cougars. It was a trip, 1 minute penalty. So it puts the, it puts TNT a man up for right now. Okay, so right now we're at even. That's what I thought. Sets him up. Oh, could not handle the pass. It goes out. Goes over to the Cougars. 5 minutes and counting. Ref tried to get involved in there for a second. Picked up by the Cougars. Ball gets knocked loose, picked up and knocked loose again, and picked up by TNT again. I don't know what that was. Tries to set him up. Oh, could not handle. Oh, it goes. Let's see that again. Wow. Tries to set him up. Oh, could not handle. Oh, it goes. Let's see that again. Wow. So he tried to set him up with a quick little pass, and he couldn't handle the pass. But luckily for him, the ball bounced off his head and went into the goal. So that makes it 15-5. TNT, excuse me, Cougars over TNT. Very interesting play for sure. So with 4:14 left, we're back in the center facing off. Both teams are back to even. Nobody in the penalty box. TNT has the ball. Comes around the crease, sets somebody up, thought about it. Oh, could not handle the pass on that assist. Excuse me. Picked back up by TNT. Comes around the crease and gets hit right before he can release the ball. Cougars come away with it, toss it off to the goalie. Clears it up to midfield. I thought I heard goalie interference, but that could be wrong. So the ball goes over to the Cougars. I don't know how you get goalie interference in the middle of the field, but I might have missed something. I know there's those of you out there that will let me know. Cougars have it at the top. Just under 3 minutes left. Goes for the shot and bounces high. Looked like the goalie was able to deflect it. Comes around to the top. Thought about it for a second. Winds up, shoots, and scores. Upper corner. Let's see that again. Second. Winds up, shoots, and scores. Upper corner. Number 25 with the shot. Upper left corner of the goal. .227 left. I mean, you got to hand it to TNT. They're kind of in a disadvantage in the fact that right now up in Truckee and Tahoe still got probably about 6+ feet of snow in most places. Only place they can really practice is probably inside or in a parking lot somewhere, unless they come down here. Not much of that happens. So they're doing what they can with what they have. Winds up, shoots, and goes inside. It's going to stay with the Cougars. I mean, not doing too bad for a team at 3-1 who doesn't have a field to practice on right now. Sets up the assist and scores. Number 25 again. Let's see that. Sets up the assist and scores. Number 25 again. Absolutely beautiful assist and score on that one. 17-5 now. Just under 2 minutes left in this matchup. So next week we won't have any live games, folks. It's going to be spring break, which I think we're all kind of ready for. Get out of here and go someplace warm. going to give me time to clean up videos and post ones that I haven't done and maybe do some other things. Wrestling tournaments. TNT comes away with the ball. Comes across midfield, just ran through a forest. Ooh, just scooped right out by Cougars, but TNT, excuse me, comes away with it. So it should be a nice week off for everybody. But when we get close, I will make sure to post a link for the next game that we're going to do live. Comes in, shoots, and gets deflected. I will go and research and see what we did wrong tonight. But shot was stopped. TNT picks it up in midfield. Just under a minute, folks. So like I said, we'll see what our next game live is. We got a week to sit there and get ready for it. I'll post it on our YouTube page. For those of you who haven't subscribed, please do. Also like my Todd Miller Productions Facebook page and the scores number 4. See that again. Also like my Todd Miller Productions Facebook page and the scores number 4. Worked his way up towards the side of the crease and shot through 3 people pretty close and was able to sneak it in there. Brings TNT to 6. Spanish Springs 17. So with 24.1 seconds left before we wrap this up. Excuse me, ran flag down with 16 seconds. That is on number 27 of the Cougars. It's going to put TNT a man up for the last 16 seconds. See if they get something in here. I want to say thanks for joining us tonight. It's Todd Miller and he scores number 14. Let's see that again. It's Todd Miller and he scores number 14. About 15 yards out, popped it up into the upper right corner of the goal. Beautiful shot. Here we go with our most likely our last face-off of the night. Ball is loose. And that is it. Final score. Spanish Springs Cougars 17, Truckee North Tahoe. Oh, excuse me, Truckee North Tahoe 7. So this is Todd Miller for Todd Miller Productions and the High Sierra Lacrosse League. We want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight at Spanish Springs High School. Like I said, we're off next week. Little mid-season break, spring break for the kids. So we will see you all in a week, and I will post our next game coming up pretty soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.